This is Knox County Mayor Glenn Jacobs. Small business is the backbone of our economy. Many of them have borne the economic brunt of the COVID-19 pandemic. So please join me during these segments as we learn more about these businesses, which are owned by our friends and neighbors, about the people they employ, about how the pandemic has impacted them, and about their plans for the future.
So we're Knox Dough. It's gourmet edible cookie dough. It's my wife's recipe. We're living my wife's dream of selling cookie dough. And we also do edible cookie dough rolled ice cream and cookie dough milkshakes.
You guys started out of your home, I believe, right?
We did. We started out as a tent and table and quickly found that the community loved my wife's cookie dough. And we jumped into a cookie dough truck, a food truck, and we did that for a year. And you're in our first store. And we also have a store in Sevierville as well.
Right. How has COVID-19 impacted your business?
All of our cookie dough events canceled on us. And the next thing we knew, within a couple of weeks, the neighborhoods, the HOAs started reaching out to us. And we started setting up with our cookie dough truck for lunch and dinner 7 days a week. And
Right.
we just had to remodel where we had grown back to our roots.
Right. You have a store here in Knox County, and then you have a store in Sevier County, and COVID has impacted each of those communities differently. How's that been dealing with that with your businesses?
Well, the Sevierville store, we completely shut down through the height of the COVID. This one, we remodeled the store. We moved the cash register around to where people could only come in and pick up stuff to go, and they weren't allowed to sit down. And then people would pull up, flash their lights, and we would come out and we would take their curbside.
Right. So, and the Sevier store is now back open. How has that recovery been? We've seen, of course, tourism is returning to Sevier County, but then they've also had some issues with spikes in the number of new cases of COVID. So how's the store doing?
So Sevierville's back open. The one good thing about the Sevierville store, it's a bigger store and it's easier to keep people 6 feet away from each other. It is a different world in Sevierville. You never know. We don't know how to staff it. One day there's not a lot of people in, and then the next day it is slammed packed with people.
So much of the labor force in Sevierville is based around hospitality. What are you guys seeing as far as like with unemployment and people coming back to work, or people moving out because they couldn't find jobs in the hospitality industry?
So in Sevierville, we're having a major issue with hiring workers.
Right. How are y'all dealing with the current restrictions on your business?
Well, it's constantly changing,
Right,
and it's something that we try to keep up with. The big thing is, and it's hard in a small business to keep everybody 6 feet apart.
One of the things that I am concerned with the reaction to COVID-19, just overall globally, is the impact it's had on supply chains, especially the food supply chain. Have you guys seen any impact here at your store?
And little things like getting spoons, they're either out of them and we have to switch to another brand,
Right.
or it's going to be weeks and weeks before we get them. That's the frustration. We'll make an order and where's our order, and it's constant work of just where's things coming from and how long is it going to be before we get it. It seems like with my amazing wife that we're one step ahead of everything, and God's been good to us. We're still going to concentrate on the root, and the root is our cookie dough truck, but we really enjoy the mobile unit, and really it's saved us through this COVID.
Well, Steve, thanks for taking time to sit down with us. Anyone that hasn't tried the Tennessee Trash, it's a must-have.
Thank you, Mayor.